Hi, I'm Amy Romeo, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make these really cute little stocking gift card holders using faux leather heat transfer vinyl and a Cricut. These are really fun. They're made with faux leather on the front and the back, which is glued together with fabric glue, and then there's a very simple little card slot for the gift card, and we've got heat transfer vinyl for the stocking cuff, and I'll show you how to personalize these with a name using heat transfer vinyl as well. Now I'll leave a link to the SVG file for you if you want to craft along with me. And I'll be making this project today using my Cricut Maker, but you can use any of the Maker machines or the Explore machines. You can also use the Cricut Joy Xtra, but unfortunately this project is a little too large for the Cricut Joy. So the faux leather that I'm using is just a 9x12 printed sheet, 9x12 inches, and you can use prints or patterns, solids, whatever you prefer. Now what I've done is I've preserved my pretty prints for the front and then just used white for the back. You could also put white cardstock on the back if you wanted to write on these, although you could write on the faux leather with a Sharpie if you wanted to. And the heat transfer vinyl I'm using some Caesar glitter heat transfer vinyl in white, which is really pretty. And then I'll use some regular red Caesar Easy Weed for the name. On the samples, I used a Caesar dark green Easy Weed, which is really pretty too. To cut the heat transfer vinyl, I'll use my purple strong grip mat, and for the heat transfer vinyl, I'll use the green standard grip mat. To press the heat transfer vinyl onto the faux leather, I'll use an Easy Press Mini, but you could also use a regular Easy Press or regular heat press. You'll need a heat pressing pad, a cover sheet of some kind. This is a Teflon sheet that I've trimmed smaller, but you could also use butcher paper or parchment paper. I'll use some blue painter's tape. This is going to help us get great cuts. And then you'll need a pencil, a weeding tool of some kind, like a weeding hook or a pin pen. I always like to have some small curved scissors on hand. This is great for trimming up the fuzzies on faux leather. And then I'll be using some Beacon Fabri-Tac to glue the faux leather together, but you could use a really good craft glue, something like Bearly Art Glue. So let's go ahead and hop into Design Space. I'm going to show you the 3 different versions of this project. I'll show you how to personalize this with a name, and then we'll cut out our layers and I'll show you how to make this project. Starting with a blank canvas in Cricut Design Space, you'll click on Upload and then Upload Image, and you'll browse to where the unzipped SVG file for this project is saved on your device. Click on it to select it and then click Open. You'll see a preview of the shapes. Click Continue and then Upload. So here you can see the 3 different designs I've created for you. They're all going to cut and be made in the exact same way. There's just 3 different cuff styles for you to choose from. So what I'm going to do is ungroup these so that I can delete 2 of them from my canvas, and we'll just cut 1 of them today. So now we're left with the red layers that we'll cut from faux leather, and you can cut these from either the same pattern of faux leather, or you could cut the back layer from a less expensive solid color, or even something like cardstock. So before we move on with cutting our faux leather and our heat transfer vinyl mats for this project, we want to personalize this little cuff with a name. So I'm going to click on the text tool, and that's going to create some default text. And if you want to use the Cricut font, you absolutely can. You'll just go ahead and type out your name, and then what you can do is drag it up here using your little mouse, drag it up to the cuff, and you can either make it larger or smaller by dragging on these little corner handles, bigger or smaller, or you can adjust the font size up here in the font size selection menu box here just by clicking those arrows up and down. But I actually want to make this into a little more trendy font, so I'm going to go and click on the font selector area here, and I'm on System Fonts on the System tab because I have a lot of fonts downloaded to my computer. You might have Cricut fonts or system fonts of your own. There's one that I really like. It's a free font. It's called Hustle Bright. I use it a lot, and it is from dafont.com. I will leave a link to it for you. It's a really pretty modern font. It's actually great for both male and female names as well. So I've searched for it in my system fonts, and it has pulled up. So I have changed my name into that font, but now I need to go and size my font back down just a little bit. So again, you can drag it to the right size, or you can just change the size number here. So once you have your name sized the way you want it in your desired font, you can click the Make It button. We're cutting our materials on a mat. And the first thing you want to do is go through and toggle the mirror button on for every mat in the project, because faux leather and heat transfer vinyl cut in reverse. And then I always like to go through my heat transfer vinyl mats and drag them away just a little bit from the edges of the mat. So I'll do that for both the cuff and also the name. And then here, I want you to remember that the shape with the card slot is going to be the front of your stocking. So I want to cut this one from a print, and I want to cut the back from just a solid white faux leather. So let me go ahead and drag these around just a little bit. So here I'll be able to place a cut piece of my print on this side of my mat, and I'll be able to place the white faux leather here on this side of the mat. So once you have all your mats laid out the way you'd like, you can click Continue. The faux leather mat is going to cut from the faux leather paper thin setting. If you don't have this bookmarked as a favorite like I do, you can click on Browse All Materials and search for it. Then for your 2 heat transfer vinyl mats, you'll want to choose the recommended cut setting by the manufacturer for the type and brand of heat transfer vinyl that you're using. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop back to my overhead camera, and we will get our mats cut out and continue with our project. So I've gone ahead and cut my faux leathers down to a smaller size so that the little stocking shapes will cut out completely, but I can fit both of these pieces on the same mat. So I'm just gonna flip them over and press them down in the spot that I saw the shapes will cut on the mat preview screen. So this is the front shape, the one that has that gift card slot cut out. And then this is the white for the back. And I just looked in Design Space at where my shape was going to go, and then I had to cut a little notch here so I could cut these both on the same mat. Now you'll want to use some blue painter's tape to tape these pieces down on all sides. And blue painter's tape is great because you can reuse it over and over. It doesn't leave a sticky residue on your mat or on your faux leather. So I'm just reusing some pieces here that I've used previously. So just tape this down on all sides. We already have our faux leather paper thin cut setting with more pressure ready to go. So we will just load our mat into the machine and begin the cut. So my faux leather mat has cut one time, and I always recommend using a sharp weeding tool before you unload your mat and just checking to see if your cut went all the way through. And this one looks like it did, but if yours didn't, you can just press the cut button again. It'll pull the mat back in and repeat the exact same cut. And you can do that as many times as you need to until your faux leather cuts all the way through. So let me go ahead and unload my mat because this cut looks good. I'll remove my shapes, and on the back shape, there's a little cutout for the top of the stocking, that little loop, so pop that out. And on the front shape, you're gonna pop out that little gift card slot and the same little loop. And then you can see how this is going to go together, the front and the back glued together. So I'm gonna set that aside. I'm gonna return to Design Space, and I'm going to cut out the heat transfer vinyl mats, both the little cuff shape and the name. I'll weed away the excess, and then I'll show you how to press the heat transfer vinyl onto the faux leather stocking. So I have my cut and weeded heat transfer vinyl layers, and I have my Easy Press Mini set to the low setting, which is that first green line. If you're using a regular heat press or regular Easy Press, I would set it to 265 degrees Fahrenheit to press heat transfer vinyl onto faux leather. So the first thing we want to do is press our little cuff layer. So all we're going to do with the little stocking front on our heat pressing pad is layer this heat transfer vinyl on top. You're just matching up the sides of the faux leather and the contours on the sides. And then we're going to cover with a cover sheet, like a Teflon sheet or butcher paper or parchment paper. And then we're going to press with the Easy Press Mini or regular Easy Press for about 10 seconds on all areas. So be careful, this will be warm. And what you want to do is just pick a corner and very slowly start to peel. If when you're peeling your vinyl lifts up or bubbles, then you can just place that cover sheet right back down and cover and press some more. But this is looking pretty good, so I will just keep peeling. There we go. And then now I'm going to take my little name layer and I'm going to press that now onto the cuff layer. So now we have our little personalized front of our stocking gift card holder. So we are going to let this cool for just a minute, but I want to show you the next step, which is going to be gluing the front and back together. And before we can glue with our beacon Fabri-Tac, we need to make sure that we draw an outline of where the little gift card is going to slot in here so that there's room for the card to move in and out and we don't have any glue blocking the way. So see how this one, the little card kind of sticks up just to the edge of the cuff? I'm going to take one of these out, I'm going to put it in here, sort of in the same way so that someone has enough room to be able to grab it with their fingers. And holding this in place, I'm going to flip this over. And what I'm going to do is now I'm going to use my pencil and I'm just going to draw a little pencil outline of where that card ends. And this is going to be the line where we don't want to get glue inside of the line. So I can see my little pencil line there. Now I have this upside down, and what I want to do is get a heavy book handy, and this is going to be the key to getting a really good seal on any glued faux leather pieces. So it's less about the glue that you use and more about this technique when you're gluing faux leather front to back. So I like to use beacon Fabri-Tac. What I'm going to do is just apply some glue all over the back of this piece here that has our pencil line. Don't forget to get up here on that little loop part. And I'm getting close to the edge, but not all the way to the edge, because our glue will seep to the edge a little bit, which is going to help us get that nice firm tight seal. So just kind of apply glue all over the back here. Now when you come down here, don't get right up against your pencil line. Try to stay clear of it a little bit. We want the gift card to have a little room to move in and out. So I've applied glue everywhere on the back, including the loop, up to the top here of the slot, but no glue is inside of the little pencil outline, so we know our card will fit. Now I'm just going to take the other piece of faux leather, put it on top. I'll flip this over. We'll press down. You can kind of line up those little edges there. And then put this underneath your heavy book for at least an hour to dry. And that's how you're going to end up with this really nice tight edge on the sides. Now here, this is a red fronted faux leather, so if you wanted to, you could use a color coordinated Sharpie just to color along the edges there if you wanted that seam to match the front. So once your card holder is all dry, then you'll be able to just take your gift card and slide it in that little slot. Isn't that cute? So here's another look at all three of the designs I created for you of these stocking gift card holders. I really hope you enjoy this project, and I hope you'll make some of these yourself for the holidays. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.